This list is from Tagores. I just changed a few things. I took out the 2 Thalias. I added in a second Deafening or a third Deafening Silence because I just really want it on turn 1 against the decks that I wanted it. And I added in a Gaddock Teeg over the second Thalia because against some of the combo decks you can then green suns for Gaddock Teeg, so you virtually have 5 copies. And then I'm playing Prismatic Ending instead of Path to Exile just because of its flexibility. Tabernacle and Glacial Chasm over the 3rd Choke and the 4th Force of Vigor, which is pretty sweet. I think that Tagores' list is really good and more than fine. It looks like we're playing as Merfolk again. But yeah, it was really nice to play. Yeah, 3 Namas is definitely interesting to see, but I feel like with Green-White Depths, you're not in a rush to go off, so you definitely don't need the full 4, which is great from a budget perspective. This is probably just a mulligan, to be fair. It does have one piece of the combo, but the mana is quite awkward with both Arbor and Step in hand. That I am willing to throw this back. Okay, this is actually pretty nice. It's a turn 1 Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer with Flagstone. So I'm going to keep this and bottom probably just 1 Green Suns here. I haven't tested Urza's Saga in the shell. It's obviously quite appealing with Thespian Stage in the deck as well. And also Mox Diamond because it is an artifact, but I haven't haven't given Urza's Saga too much thought yet. Another card that's pretty cool that you can try out is Mazavith, because in this version with the Avamaya, the Maze is going to tap for mana, which is really nice. Alright, I'm just going to quickly get some water. I'll be back in a sec. Classic. Wasteland Pass is really interesting. That means we can definitely play Flagstones, cast the Mox pitching the Step, and then Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer. Wow. Interesting. I believe Shimmer was who we just played against. Yeah, okay. So it definitely is Merfolk. So we like the Engineers. I don't mind the Collector Oof for Aether Vial. I don't mind the Endings. I don't like the Endurance. Libraries. I don't think Ramanap is needed here. I don't mind dropping down the Bojuka Bog. Probably one of these is okay, and also the Choke, but obviously I don't want to over-sideboard. I think Choke is definitely worth having in the deck, especially if you can really pressure their ability to use their mana. It means they can't hold up some of their flash creatures or removal in your turn, which is really nice. I could see Mox Diamond dropping down. Yeah, Library is definitely tough because they can be quite aggressive as well. One. Could definitely see the Moxes going down. Maybe just 2 Wastelands. Then we're still on 28 lands, which is fine for 2 Moxen. Yeah, Caracas is actually a pretty good drop. I actually don't mind Wasteland then. It's just nice to have the Wasteland to force a Wasteland as well. I think this is okay. Okay. So we're currently looking at one piece of the combo in Crop. We have a Green Suns for a turn 1 Elvish Reclaimer, which isn't too bad. We also have the Dried Arbiter Pitch to Mox, which is nice, and then the Step if we need it for just some sorcery speed protection. So I don't mind this. Also depends on what we draw first. No turn 1 play either game is pretty huge for Merfolk. I mean, for any Aether Vial deck, no turn 1 play is just not where you want to be. So it's obviously a pretty strong 6 otherwise. Savannah. Okay. I'm actually going to cast the Mox into Daze to see if they want to trade it. They don't. Okay. Savannah. Reclaimer, pass. It could mean they're holding up Suspend. That could be the turn 1 play. It's not. That's pretty interesting. That is a wastelandable target. Master, cool. Hey Orborg, thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what do you play in Legacy? Huh. Hey Ross MTG, a huge thank you for the raid. I hope you're well. What did you just play? What format? What deck? How did you go? So this is an interesting turn. We do have things like Crop for Wasteland, Wasteland Cavern, play Tabernacle. Trophied in Modern with blue, green Urza. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Any deck that Urza's in, I would classify as disgusting, but very cool. Nice to see you trophied. Urza, Asmo, and Saga carry hard. Yeah. Some of the, it's always cool after a Modern Horizon set to see all the new decks that come out, because obviously it happened last year or before that, so very cool. I think we just want to hold up the Reclaimer here. And maybe get my opponent into a situation where they don't have another land and just play another 2-mana spell. And that way we can take them off the Cavern, play the Tabernacle, and then they can only play one or pay for one of the creatures. But yeah, hey everyone from Ross's stream. I'm Dukes on Twitch. I play Legacy FedEx. Hope you're all doing well. Currently in game 1 of this league against Merfolk. Wasteland's going to be fine. We have both Reclaimer and Crop Up, which is nice. Another Master's okay. No attacks. Very interesting. Alright. Let's turn Savannah probably just into Flagstones. I think that's fine. I kind of want my opponent to use the Wasteland though, because then we can crop for our own Wasteland, untap Wasteland, that Cavern, play Tabernacle, and then an upkeep they can only pay for one Master, which is pretty sweet. So how can I make them use the Wasteland? I could get my own Wasteland. I'm gonna go for Dark Depths. No, no, I'm gonna go for Stage. There's also more stages in the deck, so... Let's see what happens here. Do they fire off the Wasteland? Yeah, Stage is nice coming in tap. They do try to go for it. Okay. Now I can just go for Dark Depths. But I like the play of going for Wasteland into Tabernacle. Green Suns. Yeah, staging Wasteland's also a really nice take. I don't mind this. It is a little bit more prisony, but I do get to just get rid of the Tabernacle in end step anyway, which is kind of nice. So it's really just treating the Tabernacle for a master. They're just going to concede. Interesting. Because yeah, I think my play was going to be end step, trade the Tabernacle for a Yavimaya, and then untap, and then we have access to 4 mana, 2 for stage, and then 2 for Elvish Reclaimer into Dark Depths, which is pretty cool. So definitely can't be unhappy there. I just hope my opponent doesn't Q into me again, because that was the second time we played. Ooh, free between the 10th and the 18th Jack. I didn't see that, sorry. I should be. Yeah, if you're up in Brisbane, let's get a coffee. This is a sweet hand. This is turn 1 Reclaimer, and then turn 2 we have either Dark Depths or Thespian Stage, and then we just have turn 3 combo, so happy to keep this. You'll be here for a week? Very cool. Hey Fatsot, thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. Oh, it's me! It's me! They gave me the turn 1. Apologies, chat. I wasn't looking. Let's go for, yeah, Yavimaya into Elvish Reclaimer. You're from Spain? Very cool. What's the legacy scene or magic scene like in Madrid? Thunderous Silence. Wasteland. That's okay. Retrofitter. Okay. Interesting. Wasteland into Retrofitter. Wasteland into Retrofitter. I do want to build up my mana here. Just get a Dried Arbor and attack for 1. You seem more modern than anything here. Yeah, that's fair enough. What decks want to pass you the Prio in Legacy? What decks do you want opponents to play on the play? If that's what you're asking, Manaless Dredge is probably the only deck that really wants to be on the draw every time. Mainly to keep a 7, draw your 8th card, go to discard, and hopefully discard a Dredger. Yavimaya, okay. Oh, this is probably going to be the Mirror. And they're going to be playing Urzas. Okay. Oh, that's huge. I think that's better than anything else here. I could play Stage, but I don't have white mana at the moment, so I can't actually cast this. But just getting rid of Retrofitter Foundry is pretty nice. I'm not too sure how much that actually influences the matchup, but if they do start getting to cast those flying colorless creatures, it can be pretty tough. Plains into Night is really strong. Knight's gonna be tough to beat outside of having a Source to Plowshares. The attack is free. Because if my opponent blocks with the Knight, it takes 2 damage, and then we can Bojuka Bog my opponent, which will kill the Another Reliquary. I guess I had a free attack with the Dryad Arbor as well. Flagstones is pretty sweet because you can sack it with the Knight under the Yavimaya. There's definitely a world where it was better just to make the Knight of Autumn a 4/3. This is fine. I'd love to see them try to go for the combo, because we do have Crackers in hand. Wasteland's gonna be fine. Sure. Flagstone's here, it's fine. Oh, why? Why, opponent? No. Oh, of course. Yeah. No. No. No, opponent. No, I'm in the right. Go and get a Savannah. And now we get to kill the Knight by getting a Bojuka Bog and targeting them. Because Bojuka Bog will exile all lands, and then state-based actions will check the Another Reliquary with 2 damage on it and 2 toughness. Yeah, nice. That's a huge win. I didn't play a land. I should have played a land 100%, but it's okay. Hey Vera, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hey Canadian, welcome. I hope you're doing well as well. Interesting. Another Acclaim is pretty solid. Pretty happy to attack with Arbor here. Hey Muffin Man, welcome. Vera, I'm glad to catch you in chat for the first time. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. I don't want to play my depths in case they can like crop for stage and copy it, so we'll start with our own Reclaimer. And then probably just our own Yavimaya. I don't want to deploy Caracas just yet, in case it is my only out to the 2020, and I want to keep it in play just as long as possible. Our own Reclaim is fine. Nice. Nice tricks. Get rid of Savannah. I'm gonna get Stage. Safekeeper's pretty nice. So what I can do here is try to go with Dark Depths first. And then if they do crop to save it, this is actually a pretty interesting one. Because I'm not sure if I should play the Safekeeper first or after. So if they have crop rotation into Thespian stage to try to copy our Dark Depths in response to us copying it, we can sack that Dark Depths with Reclaimer. So that's all good. That's sorted. If they have a Swords to Plowshares, we do have Step in the deck to get with Reclaimer. So that doesn't matter either. I think this is actually pretty good either way. Alright, so we keep this one. We now have a 2020. I guess to play around Caracas, I should have actually played the Sylvan Safekeeper first. Okay, well now it's looking really good. Yeah, okay. If they have double crop, they need, I guess, double crop and 2 mana as well for Thespian stage to copy. I guess I didn't play around Caracas, which I probably should have, because that's the same sort of thing. I can only think that my opponent either didn't have crop rotation or had Caracas in hand. But I think if they had Caracas in hand, they should have gone for the copy to try to get the Caracas in play next turn, but pretty tough. Hey Bubbles. Yeah, I had a nice raid from Anzi and a nice raid from Ross MTG and also Jimbo from Melbourne. Okay, so this is going to be the mirror. So what do I like doing here? This is actually a tough one because a lot of the stuff I like. I do like taking out the prismatic endings or bringing in. I think that's really it. Jimbo, it's not about the quality, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And the quality of just you in the stream is limitless. Limitless. I do like the extra removal. I think that's really it. It might just be a case of just trimming like Sylvan Library, maybe a Mox. I don't mind this. Hey Jack, how would you do this in the mirror? What would you do? We did see the Foundry, so I assume that means they're playing Urza, which I don't think changes too much. Engineer is definitely interesting because it is a nice way to deal with Sylvan's Safekeeper, which is usually just a one-of. Let's quickly go through. So Swords to Plowshares, obviously fantastic. Crop rotation, really nice, especially for instant speed removal or some sort of just playing around Wasteland. Reclaimers are solid, Safekeeper's solid. I do still like some sort of acceleration with Mox Diamond. Endurance seems great, especially to kind of do a Knight trick again, where if you block a Knight of Autumn with a 6/6 Knight and then we shuffle your library or put those lands at the bottom, then that happens. I could definitely trim the combo, yeah. I think I might just go down to the 1 Dark Depths, and that way we can bring in the 2 Plagues. That's pretty good. Yeah, you would bring in Endurance. Yeah, Endurance is definitely interesting. Not sure what it's better than though. Maybe just the... do have 1 already. See how this goes, and then if there is a game 3, we can definitely think more about sideboarding, which would be cool. I think his hand's just a little bit too slow, unfortunately. Really want to have maybe 1 piece of removal, like a Swords to Plowshares. Hey Juka Wall, welcome. And good morning to you as well. We're 3-2 in the first league, and now we're up 1 game in the second, and currently up 1 match, sorry, and then 1 game in this matchup, which looks to be the mirror, except my opponent looks to be playing a Urza's Saga variant of Green White Depths, which is very cool. Very cool to see. I am going to mulligan this. I think it's just a little bit too fair for the matchup, and I really want to have some sort of removal, so... Hey, Luca Wall, a huge thank you. For anyone wanting to experience what Luca Wall does, there is a link to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate any subs, which are free. I am going to mulligan this. A little bit yikes, but I will keep. And I'll just bottom the Bojuka Bog as a nice crop rotation target. What are you going to tutor for in the final chapter? I think for this deck you have, I've seen Urza. Sorry, we've seen our Thopter Foundry. I assume like Pithy Needle is in there. Wasteland Mox, sure. Yeah, so there's Saga. Green Suns for 1. Okay. Mox Foundry Needle? Yeah, that could be it. Except for the Mox, you do lose... I don't think it plays Opal, but you would lose a land when this comes into play from your hand. Source Splashes. Plains. Pretty happy just to go for Flagstone's Pass. This means next turn I can play Yavimaya and then hold up crop rotation. Flagstones do trigger, which is nice, so I can go and get a Savannah, which does turn on the Wasteland, but maybe we can play around that a little bit. Meekstone's cool. It does hit your 2020, so you want to make sure that your 2020 is hitting for lethal, but... Dried Arbor, sure. There is a world where we could draw a Mox Diamond here and then hold up our own Thespian stage, which would be pretty lit. Crop. Alright. I'm going to wait for them to use the Reclaimer here and then see what happens. Because there is a world where I want to take them off the ability to be able to cast like another Reliquary. Interesting. Alright, let's crop away Flagstones. I wish I brought in Tabernacle. That'd be pretty spice. So we will go and get a Savannah. And then off the crop, I don't mind getting Wasteland and hitting the Dried Arbor here, because they don't currently have green mana. I guess they have green mana open through the stage. Well then. Oh, okay, what I could do is hold priority. Let's crop away Yavimaya, but hold priority, and now hit the Dried Arbor. And that means they can't use crop rotation in response. They do have green with the Mox, but it is tapped right now. And they currently don't have access to... What are they trying to do? They don't have the mana available here. Yeah, they're trying to use the Reclaimer, but they can't. I don't mind just getting another Wasteland, to be fair. They're on 2 cards. Yeah, I like the thought of just getting a Wasteland here and hitting my opponent's stage. Ended up joining a legacy tournament with Is It Delver, 3-1 losing the finals to Black White Dead Guy Ale. Ale seems tough. Ale does seem really tough. A lot of good removal. Okay. Now this is interesting. I kind of want to go for Sylvan Safekeeper and get my Knight online instead of going for a Elvish Reclaimer. Safekeeper also nice because we have the flagstones already in play, so the first try to save it is kind of free. Opponent also down to 1 card. The 4th of July, I have my first Legacy tournament. Very cool. Hope will go well, but after I want absolutely to try this Greenwhite Depths. Yeah, Greenwhite Depths is a huge amount of fun. And it is obviously very competitive. It did really well in the challenges recently. Doing well in leagues. All around solid deck. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your tournament on the 4th. That'd be sweet. Especially for those in the US. You guys have had a fair amount of time away from Paper Magic. No attack, so they're holding up the Reclaimer. Endurance is really sweet. I think I'd rather just rather play the Knight. Yeah, the 4-1s are really solid. I was pretty happy with those. I'm going to assume at some point this Reclaimer is going to be getting a Bojuka Bog. But first up, I could see them just getting a Flagstones to try to get some mana going. Jidei's pretty good, yeah. Jidei can be a really good sweeper at times, and even just the 4 life can be huge. They go for stage. Interesting. Yeah, that can be pretty tough. That can be really tough. Opponent going for it now. Interesting. So what do they have to play around Caracas here? They have 1 card left. They have no mana up for the Elvish Reclaimer. I guess we get to see. It could be Not of This World. It has to be the only card that I can think of. But I haven't seen Not of This World in these lists yet. Yeah. Maybe my opponent was just thinking I wasn't playing Caracas? We will get to see if they attack you with the Elvish Reclaimer or not, because Endurance is huge against Elvish Reclaimer. ETBs, shuffles or puts the lands in their graveyard on the bottom of the library, turns the Elvish Reclaimer into a 1/2 and then blocks as a 3/4. Nuts. Yeah, I'm not too sure what my opponent was thinking. Maybe it was just a misplay. They're gonna crop. Okay. Probably just for Bog. That doesn't do much though. Wasteland. Wasteland's fine. This is fine. Please don't attack opponent. Actually, okay, they don't. Well. better time than never. Woof. Huge. Exactly why I want it as well. This is a pretty prismatic ending. I could go after Mox, but this is also just a turn 2. It shouldn't matter, thankfully, especially due to the Sylvan Safekeeper. Yeah, Step is currently a 2-of in the deck, which is pretty nice. I like this version because it does play 2 steps, which sometimes you only see the 1 step, but that was pretty good. Yeah, nice to see the board do pretty well there. But yeah, could definitely go after the Mox because, to be fair, with 1 card in hand, my opponent doesn't have much going on, and the 1/2 Reclaimer isn't anywhere near a threat, especially without mana, so... Yeah, Bryce, I think going after the Mox or the Reclaimer there probably just lead to the same path, which is kind of nice. Yeah, Bant Miracles recently has been pretty tough for when I've been on Maverick to beat. It's a really solid deck. This has a lot of grind to it. Maverick usually has a great ability to grind, but when you're playing against decks that have cards that just replace themselves so well, like Icewind Quaddle, Recruiter of the Guard, sorry, Uro, Sylvan Library, things like that. So nice. Prismatic Ending, yeah. Thankfully, Prismatic Ending is another card that Gaddock Teeg stops. There was a situation I had the other day where, against Bant, I locked him out with Teeg because I was able to surgical their Swords to Plowshares, and then they couldn't Prismatic Ending. They couldn't do something like Terminus. Yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm not too sure what my opponent's on, but hopefully Swords is relevant. But yeah, Teeg stopping Prismatic Ending wasn't something I picked up on until it actually happened. Windswept Heath is probably exactly what I want to see here. Oh, it's not. It's not. Oh, I thought it was going to be a creature deck. Okay. Alright, opponent. Green Suns? Step. I'm going to hold the Mox for now. I don't know what I want to pitch. Stage. Yavimaya. Okay. We got green. Opponent doesn't have an engine yet, which is really good for us. They will get to tap down the flagstones here, which is fine. Forest. Okay. Currently have 2 mana open. I'm just going to play the forest and pass back. I don't need to have open white here. Pretty happy just to pass. I haven't seen like main deck Sphere in lands in a long time, so I'm not too in too much of a hurry to get this going, but Valakut Exploration is really nice with exploration. Sure. Oh, okay. Thankfully, Knight's going to be bigger than Punishing Fire here due to the Mox Diamond. So let's go cast Mox. Pitch the Yavimaya as my opponent already has one in play. And then play Karakas. But there is a world where my opponent could like bog me and then Punishing Fire the Knight. But for now, I'm pretty happy just to 6. Yeah, Maverick players definitely stick together, which is really nice. Oh, they found the crop. Can they cast this? No. Oh, they can. Okay. Well, they can't get back punishing fire yet, but they could crop for something. Maybe field. I'll probably crop for field if I have field in the deck. I feel like D&T is also a very culty deck. If you wanna go by that. It is field, yeah. Field's really strong. Luckily the port's on top, which is already a card in play. Another crop. Yikes. Hey, Thunderous Silence. Hey, not at all. Not at all. In that second game, you had some pretty slow draws, and luckily I was just able to land a threat and keep it going. Having even little things really lined up really well, like having the Sylvan Safekeeper, but also having Flagstone, so I'm not losing a land straight away, was pretty good. I think my way to win here is just through Maritlage. So I think what I have to do here is float white, crop away can I? So what I want to do here is Wasteland the Thespian stage, which I guess could become a copy of a forest here, which is pretty tough. I could also Wasteland the Ancient Tomb. I don't think they'll try to make the 2020 because they have the pressure on the board. They'll just use the stage as something that stops me from being able to attack with it. I don't think it's a case of them going for it and us getting the chance to stop. But we currently have 2 mana for the activation, which is nice. One, two. They've already used 2 crops, so hopefully this is enough. So they can copy here, but that's fine. Right. Now just have to hope they don't hit Caracas or crop rotation off the top. And then we have hit Knight the Maze next turn to hit Wasteland. Tabernacle's going to be fine. They might even need to Ghost Quarter themselves to shuffle the deck and try to find Karakas or Crop. Grove is not good enough. They could also try to Ghost Quarter us out. Haha. Hey, Carador. Yeah, Mox Diamonds are sadly expensive. I might even, just because a few people have said that obviously they want to play the deck, but Mox Diamonds aren't the greatest and they want to try to do it with like Mana Dorks. I might just do a stream where I try out Mana Dorks instead of Mox Diamonds and see how it goes so people can see what the deck is like with Noble Hierarchs or with like Birds of Paradise or something like that. So they can attack with everything, we can block one, and then they can maze the one that they block if they want, but I think they keep the maze for us. Oh, but I think we get here. I think this is it. So let's... We don't have to pay for the Marit Lage because it's indestructible and Tabernacle is a destruct. So we don't have to pay for Lage, but we will pay for the Knight. Float. Sack. Wasteland. Wasteland Maze. Yes! Haha! Nice one to steal. Very cool. Hey Mopossum, if you type Decklist, that'll help. Instead of just deck, but very, very easy thing to do. Alright, lands. Lands is going to be an interesting one. I do like the Force of Vigor. I do like the Endurance. I don't mind the Deafening Silence, the Prismatic Endings to go after things like Exploration. I can probably drop some amount of Swords. I can probably drop some amount of Depths. I think that's actually it. I really like Sylvan Library. I might bring in the Tabernacle just because of Field of the Dead. Everything else is pretty sweet. I might actually drop one step as well. I think dropping a step is fine. Yeah, opponent on a pretty heavy enchantment list, which is cool to see. But yeah, I mean, there with even though wastelanding the Thespian stage wasn't great because I get to keep it, I just had to make them tap it so that I could create my 2020 Dark Depths without them interacting with it, and then just hope they didn't hit one of their other two crop rotations or Karakas off the top. I guess, or another Maze of Ith. Another Maze of Ith would have done it as well for them. Maze of Ith really strong. And luckily, we don't have Questing Beast in the deck, so... I don't like having two libraries, but otherwise I don't mind this hand. I guess the second library could be for Endurance if really needed. And I don't mind this. Opponent looks to keep 7. I'm gonna keep this and see how it goes. We're around the same time as well, so if there is a game 3, there is a game 3. Okay. I don't mind doing this now. Just to shuffle that loam. I'll put the loam at the bottom of the library. And then probably building out my mana here. Just going for Savannah into Green Suns for Dried Arbor. Means that next turn I can hopefully go Library and Reclaimer. But turning off the engine in Loam is pretty huge. Especially if that's the reason they kept the hand. Punishing Fire is fine. Wasteland's pretty good. Probably a reason to be less greedy and go for a basic, but hopefully it's okay. Yeah, maybe the basic was the better play. And it probably was. But we have some time here. Alright. I'm pretty happy to send this back. Okay. Bottom the safekeeper. Flagstones pass. I don't think I need to hold up crop here. Like a crop for bog. Stage. Yeah, it's very true. Could have tried to go for it that way. Don't mind giving myself a turn here. They probably tap like this. Yeah. I don't mind forcing the waste here. I'm going to play the Windswept Heath in case they have Bojuka Bog. In case I want to have Bojuka Bog, so sorry. Hey, L3 Pog. I think I just let them have this. Yeah, and then take out the loam. Oh, they have Ghost Quarter? Rough. Hey, you're more than welcome. They were really nice. I guess they could have the cycle card here. They must. Oh, then they don't? Interesting. Wow. Sure. Second Wasteland. I'm just gonna pass with the Wasteland open. I could try to play around crop rotation here if I really wanted to, by hitting one of their lands. But I think I'm okay with just holding up. Second exploration isn't too bad when they don't have really anything here. But I am going to take them off the port. This is fine. Untap, draw another reliquary, play it. Close. Interesting. Yeah, choosing the Exile Wasteland is really interesting. I'm not too sure what the thought process there was, but I assume my opponent has some sort of play to it. This feels like a Punishing Fire. Please simply, exploration's so good here. They don't have red mana for that, which is good. But we don't have long here to set up. It's a good start. Yeah, I don't mind wasting Grove here, but then I can't do much. But I do like hitting it. I kind of want to keep the crop rotation for if we draw Force of Vigor. I kind of really need it for this for these explorations or the Valakut exploration. Yeah, there's Loam. I don't think we're getting out of that one, unfortunately. Just probably needed to mulligan to another Reliquary and try to win that way, because I don't think trying to grind out lands by not playing threats is the way to go. Especially when they're playing, yeah, Loams, just a lot more ways to turn the graveyard on as a resource. Yeah, it might have just been a an older list they had. Right. To Seluk. This is a sweet hand. Turn, yeah, happy to keep this. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Library with Flagstones up. Delver, that's fine. Delver Master, cool. Pretty happy to throw a Reclaimer into a Bolt or Daze. Italian player, cool. Chose to shuffle with Ponder, interesting. So really wants to flip this Delver ASAP. Swords. That's pretty nice. I'm not really in a hurry here to do anything, so I'm going to play around days for a little bit. Unless we see a flip to this. No, wow. Second Delver, sure. Hey 25, welcome. Knight. Okay. Interesting. I do want to take out at least one Delver here. And then just hold up Reclaimer. Pond is cool. That was a quick ponder. I'm going to assume that was a shuffle. Yeah, now a brainstorm. Okay. This kind of makes me want to... they didn't attack. I'm not sure why they didn't attack. What are they playing around? Probably don't mind getting my own wasteland here, but I probably just want to get another... Probably actually a fetch land to turn the Reclaimer on as soon as possible. Maintain defensive formation. Just like saying it as well. Ah, of course, they're keeping it up for Dark Depths. That makes sense. Well, then I probably don't mind just getting another Flagstones, right? Yeah. Yeah, Jack, I'm on your level. Yeah, this is fine. I do want to draw an untapped source here though, so I can play this endurance around days. We don't hit it. I think what I'll do is play step, get protection, swing for one, play a library. But there is a thought that I really want to play around the new dragon and just endurance, but I do want the endurance for the insect as well. Mucktide region, that's it. Yeah, I don't want to do it after, of course. Or at least, yeah, down the line. Upkeep endurance? Yeah, maybe upkeep endurance. Sucks that I can't play around days. I don't mind library though, especially being at such a high life total. I should tap like this. If they fetch, I'm definitely going to endurance just for free. Yeah. They're gonna force it. Cool. They had the days. Feel a Mucktide. That's a true name. Okay, that's not too bad. Swords? No. Crop. Just as good. Put on top. They have one card left. Pay for this. I think we just go for it. Float. Crop flagstones. Land. Stage. 2 mana. Sack step. Depths. 2 mana. Copy target. Keep. 6. And 6. And then we have second step still, I believe. 1 step. Put on top, put on top. 1, 2. Sack. Step. Yeah. We can still play on attack, yeah. And that's probably correct just to play around something like Brazen Borrower, but I feel like they would have borrowed it. They would have returned this in my turn to attack with the Delver as well, so I wasn't too afraid of anything in their turn. Or in their hand, sorry. Okay, so we saw True Names. We like Prismatic Ending at some stage. They weren't tapped out. I believe they had 2 Volks up. I can take out Caracas, I think. I don't think they're going to be on... It really depends if they're on the little dude. I definitely don't mind dropping Libraries. Night of Autumn. Bring in a choke. Chasm's interesting. Probably want an ending. I don't mind this. Tabby, yeah. Yeah, maybe Tabby is correct. And Endurance, yeah. Thank you, Jack. I could see dropping in like a rotation and maybe just a land. You want both endings? Yeah, ending is pretty good. It doesn't deal with Hey Jax, welcome. It doesn't deal with Mucktide. We haven't seen Mucktide. It doesn't deal with True Name, but we do have the Plagues. Has Tabernacle been good in this deck? It's been fantastic. It's been really nice. We had a pretty sweet play against Anzi, who was on a Madness deck and got to hit like 5 creatures, including Tabernacle and... Sorry, including Hogak and Vengevine, which is pretty sweet. It's also really nice as an out against any sort of Empty the Warrens decks or like Elves, Goblins. Yeah, I think I might even trim a Knight here and just trim a Depth. I think this is fine. Yeah, Bog does seem pretty meh. This is a Mox with the Swords, which is nice. I get to cast anything I draw into, but I do want to have at least some sort of oomph in my starter, so... this is pretty good. I'll keep this and I'll bottom the Step. Opponent kept 7. Folk Delver. Okay. Pretty happy to Wasteland this. And then play Elvish Reclaimer off the Mox. I think I'd rather pitch the Windswept Heath, even though it is an extra land. This is a pretty aggressive line, and it does really, really rely on the flagstones. Okay, it's actually pretty funny. Hey Lana, a huge thank you for the raid. I hope you're well. Well, they hit Mox Diamond? Rough. Do they have a land? No. Unswept. We know they have a Daze. Lana, what did you just play? And how did you go? We are Jet to Bolt, but I think we're Jet to Bolt either way. I mean, even an attack with the Ape and Bolt turns off all fetch lands. Sure. I will bring in the second choke on the play. I'm going to take out one Green Suns. Don't really need to go for Dried Arbor early on, so the utility of Green Suns isn't that relevant in this deck. I'll keep this. This is fine. Probably just a bolt here. Okay. Probably just another flagstones, to be fair. Wasteland here is nice because it turns off Bolt on Reclaimer. Hey Sajad, welcome. This is cool. I don't mind playing the extra knight here. Seeing we drew a second one, and then just attacking with the Reclaimer. Now they really need to find like an extra Submerge. I mean, if they tap out here, we have Choke next turn. It'll be tough. Maybe this is the Dragon. But even then, it's only a 4/4. This is fine. This takes their whole turn away, which is kind of nice. Yeah, Captain Force Negation is really interesting. I wonder how much they feel they need it. I wonder if they'll allow us to untap, or if they'll wasteland us here. Wow, they'll let us untap. Crazy. Play a knight. Alright. Not sure what Brainstorm is finding. Yeah, that's a real tough one. And to be fair, like, big creatures just get there against this deck, so pretty happy to get up there. Alright, let's try to finish this as a 4-1. That'd be sweet. And hopefully get to bed by midnight. Nice. Very cool. But hey, if you're watching this and you aren't subbed, definitely sub. I try to stream twice a week, always Legacy, and on my YouTube channel, which you can find in chat as well, you can usually find some Legacy exclusive content uploaded once a week, which is pretty cool. So, hope you enjoy this. That's my spiel. That's my spiel. Lol bro lol. Thanks for the follow. Cool name. I appreciate it. Hope you're well. Where are you from? What do you play? Let's talk. Oh, exactly what I want. Turn 1 Sylvan Library. Always the key. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Now I might want to Swords this, but it definitely depends on how this plays out. Turn 2 Library is very good here. Okay, I guess we could also Swords and Zenith for Dried Arbor, which is pretty interesting. Opponents on Mono Green Cloud Post. Okay, then I'm definitely wanting to Swords. So let's go. Let's go Flagstones, Mox, Pitching Savannah. Swords this guy. And then expand. How are you feeling about Green-White Depths compared to Maverick versus the field? I do like kind of the free wins that you do get from Depths, and you still get the free wins from just Wasteland locks. You know, Green Sun's Fatigue or Oof as well, which is kind of cool. So you do have a lot of good outs, which is kind of nice, but it's oh, Island. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's been sweet. I really enjoy Green White Depths. It's nice because it can be a combo deck with a mid-range finish, or you can play it as a mid-range deck with a combo finish. So you can have your opponents use their Swords to Plowshares on your Merit Leisures, and then use that to dig with Sylvan Library, draw a bunch of cards, including a lot of fair creatures, and just attack, which is pretty sweet. Or you can be a little bit more aggressive. Hey, Mark. I'm going to assume the combo matchup isn't that great. We do have Deafening Silence in the board, and Gaddock Teeg is a Green Sun's target, as well as Collect Oof. And then in the main deck, we have just things like, hopefully, you know, Green's Crop for Bog, or crop for Caracas if that's relevant. But just like any sort of green fair deck, it's going to have a tough time. I like stage into Sylvan Library. But I hope you're well, Mark. Cool to see you in here. I hope the guitar is going well. Been getting lessons myself for about 2 months now, which is cool. So learning the ways of the guitar. Oh crap! Didn't expect show and tell. I guess this could be like a yeah. What am I playing? Just a oh, crop rot. Okay. Put on top. Put on top. What am I playing? Acoustic. Acoustic guitar. I think I just hold up the crop here. And Urza Saga. I probably want to crop in response here and just see if it resolves, and if it doesn't, then that's fine. But if it resolves, I'm going to either get Caracas or I'm going to get Dark Depths. I'm going to force. Alright. Yeah, Dead Guy's in a sweet spot. I know it's been putting up some pretty good results, which is cool. It's got some cool tools as well. Sudden Edict's obviously quite strong. Omniscience, cool. Emrakul, cool. Show and tell is not going to be fun. Yeah. I mean, I can probably take out the Swords to Plowshares. We did see the creatures though. Taking out the Bog. Probably taking out like 3 swords. Sylvan Libraries are fine. Force of Vigor is probably something that I need. Chasm's interesting, but of course, doesn't stop Emrakul. Maybe just Deafening Silence to slow down my opponent and try to go turbo into the combo. Yeah, this is going to be one of those matchups where I don't have much other than like Night of Autumn if they put in Omniscience and then hope they don't have anything else, but I think it's a case of just try to turbo out a turn 2 Dark Depths and get there in turn 3. That's going to be tough. Yeah, he played turn 1 Reclaimer, or they played turn 1 Reclaimer into turn 2 Ponder? Into Show and Tell. I wonder if Ending's actually better than Sword because it also hits something like Sylvan Library. Yeah, it's cool to see different brews. Hey Tim Grant, welcome. I hope you're well. Currently playing, it's a cool version of this deck. It's a 1-lander, rough. Yikes. Okay, we have the Night of Autumn. Don't have much else going for us. It kind of has everything but a 3rd land. But I can't really drop this. I think it's ending. And just hope to go... stage pass into like... Hopefully next turn draw land we can play Yavimaya Mox into Knight of the Reliquary. Got me. Okay. Hey Wix, welcome. Ah, the new equipment. Oh, I never saw the whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. That's insane. Prismatic's fine. If I draw a land, I think I just hold up the combo here. See what this is. Sylvan Library, okay. Well, now that's pretty good to hit with Knight of the Reliquary, which is interesting. I think I have to library here into Deafening Silence. And then hold up Knight for ETB effect. Really tough one, because Knight of Autumn's my only real out to Omniscience, but the Sylvan Library in play when my opponent's at 19 life is something that I really have to deal with, but they've already drawn a card off it, so that's pretty tough as well. Alright. What do you got? Oh, can we? Oh, we can, because they've already cast... We've got Deafening Silence in place, so they can't cast another instant or sorcery here. So good. So good. Nice. Yes. Exactly what I want. Oh, did we bring in Choke? No. Let's get Flagstones. Actually, I could get Dark Depths and then I have 2 mana to float. I think Dark Depths is actually just best here. Could get Dark Depths next turn anyway, but... I'm just gonna pay here. No. I'm gonna pay for this, but I want to stay above lethal. a free attack here with Knight, which is nice. So now at least my opponent casts Show and Tell. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Actually, Show and Tell doesn't really do it. Because even Emrakul we can win through because we're at 16 and we can make the 2020. Oh, that is fine. Yep. Oh, okay. This is more than fine. I believe we just win here. So we get to go... crop this away. They can't do anything because we have Deafening Silence. Go and get Wasteland. Wasteland. Green. Sakyav. Thespian Stage. Copy. Dark Depths. Keep this one. Nice. Untap. We have to draw a land here. Actually, we do have to draw a land here. Okay, that isn't it. We have to draw a forest or... Okay, good enough. Put on top. Land. Fetch. Savannah. Saxav. Go and get Caracas. Emrakul. Nice. There we go. Very cool. Seeing Sylvan Library, I do want the extra prismatic ending. I'm gonna take out an Endurance. Probably don't need the Ramen Up either. There probably just is something better here. Maybe a Choke? Deafening Silence is a very good printing for any fair deck in Legacy. Yeah, I think Dread it would have been, especially the just to make sure I had it for the night, because I think I don't lose there if I don't have the land for night, but it is tough. If you don't have a third Savannah, can I play a Bayou? Yeah, I would make sure your white count is still high enough, but I think it should be fine. The extra Bayou is nice if you have more than 2 Plague Engineers on the board, but yeah, I think that's most likely okay. I think I bring in the Gaddock Teeg to stop Savage, the summoning card from the sideboard that finds creatures that's 2 green and 2 shared summons. There we go. I think that's worth it. And I might just drop Safekeeper. Okay. I don't mind this. Especially to have the Force of Vigor. Always the turn 1 Reclaimer. nice. There is a world where I should keep the Reclaimer so that if they do have Omniscience again and they have a response to Night of Autumn with like a Cunning Wish, then I probably want to have the Elvish Reclaimer to pitch to Force of Vigor in response, but... tough one. The fetch straight away is always tough. Crazy. Alright. Do you have the Cunning Wish? Brainstorm. Yikes. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, that actually gives us an out, which is pretty sweet. Very nice. Because now we can, yeah, sack the flagstones, get Dark Depths. I am also going to hold up Reclaimer in case they show and tell in, like, just like an Emrakul or something else. Or also show and tell in an Omniscience. Hey, Sato Sand, welcome. 3 mana up. Alright. Crop Flagstones. Go and get Savannah. And then go and get Dark Depths. This floats for green. Yeah, Crop Flagstones is really nice in this deck because it also takes some pressure off your crops getting countered because you're going to gain back the land from Flagstones, which is really nice. Yeah, Yavimaya has made this deck really nice. I mean, that's 3/4/1s in 4 games, which is pretty sweet. So that's really nice. But I'm not sure if I like my changes. So the changes that I made to the deck, if we go back to deck tech, were Tabernacle and Chasm over extra Force of Vigor. That should be in here. And then I play 3 Deafening Silence and a Teeg instead of 2 Deafening Silence and 2 Thalias. Just because Deafening Silence is a card against the decks that I really want to see it on turn 1. The 2 I just wasn't seeing it enough. And the Teeg as Thalia number 2 is just really nice because it's a Green Suns target, so you have more in the deck. Prismatic Endings over Path to Exiles I've found to be really nice, especially the flexibility of hitting things like Sylvan Library or Aether Vial or Pithing Needle or LED, which is pretty sweet. And then, yeah, the extra Choke and the extra Force Vigor I dropped for Chasm and Tabernacle as targets. They're pretty good. Hey, Dread. Yeah, Teeg is really nice. And yeah, Gaddock turning off Prismatic is the real deal. I had a situation come up the other day where... Let me quickly find it. Yeah, here. This is sweet. So it obviously looks like overkill because the Teeg allowed me to put so much on board, but Gaddock Teeg turned off Engineered Explosives, which is what this deck was playing over Terminus, which is still turned off by Teeg. It turned off Prismatic Ending as a removal spell. It turned off Jace Bounce as a way to remove stuff. They couldn't Force of Will because we had the Pyroblast. I mean, because they had the Gaddock Teeg, and they couldn't Teferi Bounce with their last Teferi because we had the Pyroblast. So, yeah, Teeg was just like a hard... pretty much a hard lock, which is pretty sweet. So, I do like Teeg in the deck, especially with Green Suns. And I think it plays a different role to Thalia, but against the combo decks and mid-range decks, it does kind of the similar thing, which is really nice. But overall, pretty happy with the deck. It's really fun to play. The Green Suns package seems good. The Crop Rotation package seems really strong. I haven't really had an issue with mana, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. The only thing that I kind of want is something for graveyard hate that isn't just endurance, which is obviously just kind of a one-off effect. And the same with Bojuka Bog. Something like lands, I do want to have a recurring removal spell for their graveyard, but I'm not too sure what that is, and I'm not too sure if it should be. Yeah, Yavimaya has been probably the best card for the deck. It's just so nice. It makes a lot of your awkward draws of cards like Dark Depths and Thespian Stage really nice when you have a lot of green spells. Obviously nice with Knight. We got to sack like a few flagstones to Knight tonight, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Yavimaya has been really solid. Yeah, it's been really sweet. I know Rodrigo Tagores is also running this on stream and doing really well with it. I believe he finished second in a challenge a few weeks ago with his list. Phil G, Thraben and Gaddock played it to a 4-1 finish. Yeah, it's really sweet. It's really, really cool. Hey Arcane, thanks for the follow. That is me. It is literally midnight, so that's a perfect time to finish before Friday lunch, before Friday work. A huge thank you to everyone who came in and watched. I'll be back on Sunday morning at 7:30 p.m. Actually, 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get a notification when I go live, you can follow